evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our meeting tonight. We would like to call to order the September 8th, 2020 special meeting of the South Euclid Board of Education work session to order. May we get a roll call, Mr. Hill?
Mr. Bloomberg?
Present.
Ms. Falkenberg?
Here.
Mrs. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Lee?
Here.
Mrs. Ryan?
Here.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And we can go right into item 2.1.
Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. This is Superintendent Linda Reed. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday weekend. It does say department updates on the opening of the school year. What we decided to do is Assistant Superintendent Mr. Capo has been working with our principals and Melissa Thompson, Assistant Superintendent, and other directors. And it has been a really long summer, but a very busy summer. And today was really opening day, a very different type of opening day, but we got around to the buildings. And it was really neat to see the teachers were in their classrooms. And I was just sharing earlier, you know, we had, I walked into Sally Fine's class where I peeked in, and she had her whole class on the interactive whiteboard. You can kind of see them and see them larger than life. And it was kind of nice. And everybody was there. We've created some innovative videos that you're going to see and some of the different things. So we kicked off the school year, and what I'd like to do is I am going to close out this agenda and stop presenting. So Mr. Capo is going to take us through our opening activities. What I'd like to do at another meeting, just because of the length of time, I would like to give an update on athletics and some of the other things that we've been doing in preparation, but it would just be really a long evening if we did that. We just have so much to share. So Mr. Capo, I'm going to stop presenting right now, and I'll allow you the screen. I'm going to mute my mic.
There we go. Good evening, everybody. Share that.
Doing well.
All right. So to get started, before I get into my presentation, I got this from the Greenview staff. And just wanted to present this to start. Thought I'd put a smile on everybody's face. This is our remote teaching from home. So a couple pictures of teachers working from home. These are in the classrooms. As you can see there on the right screen, got everybody's favorite phys ed teacher, and look at all of our kiddos over there on the right. Greenview really did a great job today. I was over there second and third period. After the first period got over and everybody was logged in, ready to go. It worked out really well. So just wanted to share a few pictures from there. And now I'm going to go into my slideshow here and get to the top. Sorry about that. And to start this, I just wanted to say thank you. Our attendance was unbelievable today. So thank you to the parents. Thank you to the teachers for their awesome communication, to the principals all the way down. Miss Bussey, Miss Thompson's office have been working around the clock trying to make sure that all the family's needs were met, that we were rocking and rolling on that part. So just wanted to say thank you on that. I was telling my wife this morning, she was like, hey, good luck. What are you thinking? And I said, as long as we're logged in, I think we're good to go. So just want to go kind of through what we've been through, what we've been doing. This slide is important to me. It's our E plus R equals O. Every event, there's a response, and it gives you your outcome. And it's something that we held closely at Memorial Junior High, and we continue to hold closely at the board. And every presentation that Melissa and I have put together has had this in it. And it says 10 minutes. Take a deep breath and focus on the wonderful things in your life. Look at what we've accomplished in 10 days. It made you uncomfortable. It made you panic. It made you think. It made you collaborate, and it made you push yourself. And I just thought that line was dead on. Our teachers for the last 10 days, it's been blood, sweat, and tears. They have worked and worked and worked and have figured out a new learning management system. They have figured out how to teach remotely. It's been a really cool collaborative process. I've learned more about elementary than I ever thought I could. I've been living in the K-3 buildings. Those teachers have been unbelievable. They just wanted to hug their kids, and they couldn't. So we started on square one, and they did phenomenal today. So I just wanted to kind of start with that. Our communication throughout this process, just to keep everybody up to date. We now have a one-stop shop on the SEL website. If you go to our website, there's even a link right up top now. Thank you, Ms. Betts, for putting that in. But I'm just going to share this real quick. So if you go to our website, again, this link's right on top. And what we have going on through here is we have all the Schoology resources for parents and the kids. For students, it's very simple. If they have a Chromebook, they log into their Chromebook as issued from the district, and they go up to bookmarks, and under bookmarks is Schoology right here, and they click it, and it magically puts them right in their dashboard. Parents, pretty easy as well for you. I know Mr. Morton put together a easy to do. As soon as you click on the link, the mouse kind of guides you. So, and then down here, we also have all of our technology stuff, and this is really cool. All the letters are in here from the principals. So if you ever have any questions about the first opening day of school, the first couple of days, because, you know, this first week, work out all the kinks. We didn't have any glitches Wi-Fi wise today. Pete was in there all weekend, keeping me in communication throughout the weekend, and Dave Capretta. So very happy about that. So just little things now. I know Ryan Morton, I talked to him before the board meeting. He was going through emails. He answers them one by one. And so the teachers are ready after the remote Wednesday. So principal opening videos, these are going to be shared up online tomorrow. These are just really cool. I just wanted to share one, give a shout out to Ms. Bussey and Charbel. We have all of our principals put together welcome back videos. I'm going to put Adrian's up here. This one makes me smile every time I watch it, but it's going to let you get a little quick snippet here. This is Adrian's. So again, that was just one of the videos. Mr. Lasky did a great job. Very similar settings throughout all of those. So those will be pushed out tomorrow. Just one more I just got to share with you. These are really cool. Our teachers are unbelievable. The Brush Art Department put this video together to welcome their students. So I just wanted to share this one with you.
Capel, you realize there's no volume, right?
You guys can't hear the volume?
No, we can't hear it.
Oh man, you should throw me on the first one, Ms. Jones.
I thought you wanted us to just see the.
Oh yeah, no. So don't know what's going on with the sound, but Mr. Lasky, they all did the video. Our department, awesome video. These are all links in there, ready to go. Really welcome the kids back. Next Monday is an elementary meet and greet, and those are pre-parent teacher conferences per se, to let parents, especially at that K-3 level, to really communicate with their teachers on a one-on-one basis through Google Meets and to know what's going on with their kiddos. So just a little update there on the communication. Our CID goals, so we had 10 professional development continuous improvement days. These were our goals that were shared in MT and I's first slideshow with the staff. And I put a big green check mark there last night. We hit them. The teachers might not all the way think that they're there, and they're not going to be. We're not going to have Schoology mastered, but they're fully prepared for this year's remote learning and where we're going. MT and Bus had a great social emotional learning going on two half days during the day. Mr. Miller sent out his safe school things. I had the opportunity to meet with all the department leaders and kind of go over what we're doing, what are our next steps, especially with essential standards and common assessments during these uncertain times. And then the week 2 goals were, again, let the teachers dive into Schoology, continue with the curriculum and the pacing, and be ready for multiple weeks, knowing that, no, we're not going to have a 3-week concrete plan. So we're going to adjust and adapt as we go, but just so they had some type of vision of where they were going. Last slide here on CID was blood, sweat, and tears. Like I said, the teachers have absolutely dominated this. It's been challenging. I mean, learning a whole new learning management system is not easy. Mr. Morton put together a task force, which consisted of 30 teachers, multiple teachers from each building, and they served as building leaders along with their principals to help with this. It was a huge, huge success. We had our feet on the ground. I'm proud of my team and I. We were everywhere. We try to be as visible as possible. Spent a lot of time with the K-3 teachers, and we really got to build those relationships that are really important. We had high visibility, the technology department, Wi-Fi, and everything in between. With the new construction going on and all the wiring and all that stuff, Pete and his team made it happen. Department meetings, those were handled at the building level. And like I said before, I also got to meet with all the department, kind of set our goals, our standards, where we were headed and what we were doing. Elementary teachers, again, they were overwhelmed at first, and I don't blame them. I say that as an elementary father. It's a different ball game, and it totally changed their entire world. And my favorite's that last bullet. They stepped up. Today went very, very, very well. Even though everybody might not think it's because they're good at what they do, but it was a great day today. Our standards and pacing and assessment, I'm not going to go too much into this. Just wanted to share with the board where we were going. So I met with the chairs, the facilitators, and the content leaders. I won't go through the presentation that I shared with them, but what we're trying to do is be on the same direction, same goal, and same finish line. Right now, with as much school as our kids have missed, we really need to take a look at our essential standards, our common assessments, so we can really gauge where our kids are. So with Mr. Bryan's help and all the principals' help, we put together this sheet, and I ran through it with all of the department chairs. So what we're doing is on a weekly basis, we're going to be looking at essential standards, topics for the week, assignments for the week, and different resources as well that the teachers use. And the whole thought process behind this is we're looking at a true K-12 collaborative approach. So if I'm a teacher at Sunview and I might not always be seeing what's going on at Roland and I need to compare and contrast or whatever that might be, I can go in and dive and take a look at this. And what we're going to do with this sheet is we're going to be going into our DLT. And with our DLT, our first meeting is on the 22nd. That's our district leadership team. And first thing we're going to do is review the first few weeks of school. And then we're going to go into this standards and assessment sheet and develop goals from there. Not a lot of goals, a couple goals, see where we're at. And then when we get into that DLT, the last thing we're going to do, just update the board, we're going to have Ohio's rolling out a new evaluation system. It's called OTES. That was the original evaluation system. The new one's called OTES 2.2. Made a little joke here. I thought it was funny. Don't even ask right now. Mr. Miller and I have been going through it, and we're going to have our DLT collaborate and come up with our game plan. We have to have, we're going to get administrators and teachers, go through the trainings, see where we're at, and then start to adapt our new plan from there. It's similar to OTES 1.0 with a few adaptable changes that I'll share in future meetings, but just wanted to keep you updated on that. And that'll start next school year. Schoology Communication, Schoology parent communication. We had hard copies sent out by Miss Bussey in Miss Thompson's office. Every parent received a parent access code that was also sent out through emails. And also Ms. DeCillo sends updates every morning to the building secretaries, which allows them to have all the parent access codes. So if a parent still is having trouble getting into Schoology, please just call the front office. Those are updated daily. The student communication, again, I had a couple kids. Ms. DeCillo was taking all the phone calls today. Her and Ms. Colbert, she was unbelievable up front, helping me out today too. But Ms. DeCillo was talking to a couple parents, and I actually grabbed the phone and talked to them because they were some of my former students who were trying to trick grandma that they couldn't log into Schoology. So we got logged in really quick after that. When a student logs into their Chromebook, or if they don't have a Chromebook and they're using their home device, if they log into Google using their SEL account, all their bookmarks are synced. So they just click on Schoology and go. One hiccup from today, our new students, not a bad hiccup, we're learning this as we go, and I say that very confidently, is our new students, there was around 100. The progress book email address was under their parents. We needed their student emails. Ms. Creviston was all over it right away. She worked with Mr. Morton. We got that updated. So all that's taken care of because Schoology was reading their parents' account and the kid couldn't get into Schoology through their student email. Brush High School. So what I did, I asked each principal to put together a slide of just some highlights of what they accomplished today, some of the good, some of the things they needed to fix. So the next few slides you're going to see from some of our principals in our buildings. They got their feet on the ground, so they were more than happy to share this stuff. Some of it's really cool. I'm going to share a couple photos, no videos, so I'm not talking to myself in here again.
And what we'll do, Mr. Capel, we'll give the board a chance because there's just so much great stuff in here. We could go on for a few hours. We can share it with you through one of my reports, my superintendent reports, and you'll be able to videos.
Oh, wonderful. Perfect. So these are just some of the pictures. So our teachers have been awesome. We try to equip them with as much as possible. They have their Epson, they have their Chromebook, and they have their desktop. And also, if you look on top of the desktop up here in the right corner, you also see a camera. So we were able to get cameras. Joe Alessandro was able to find us a camera for every teacher. So they got screens, they got cameras, and as many resources they have, they really stepped up and did a great job today. As you can see, you got kids' faces on the Epson, you got kids on the Chromebook, and all the way through. So some teachers went with the dual screen approach. We have others that got screen here, mirrored it. Very creative stuff. This is a live look in. We can take attendance over here on the right. So just a lot of different things going on at Brush. Per members of the science department, students were engaged and ready. So kudos to parents, kudos to the kids. It was a very, very, very fun day today. So going into MJH, and they had a lot of MJH boot camp for students and Schoology expectations went well. Staff was able to walk students step by step through a variety of key components. Attendance was good. This was my biggest fear. I had no idea, what parents had in communication. If we did it enough, we tried to blast it on social media everywhere we possibly could. And it was just really fell into place, and attendance really relieved everybody today. Greenview, I started off with their slide that they sent us. Their attendance was at 92%. Which is unbelievable for day one, because these, sometimes kids that moved haven't been reported yet, different things like that. So, like I said, Greenview was up and rolling. Adrian, Mr. Lasky started off with his morning announcements. We served lunches to the kiddos. Teachers welcome students back through the Schoology and the Google meetings. And Sunview, take a look at these when you get a chance. They're really cool. The first grade teachers and the third grade team just welcoming everybody back. 96% virtual participation. So again, unbelievable. Hats off to the teachers and the principals in their communication. Phys Ed, this is my last two slides. Just want to update it. Mr. Dugan and Charbel have been working rigorously on developing a new physical education remote platform. And their goal is to bring fitness into the home and to make it fun and easy for our kids. They spent 2 full days filming tutorial exercises. Each PE teacher, you're reading through these slides, they're going to have their own library. So they can use them for warm-ups. They can use them for closure. He's got 18-minute videos in there. They can do a full lesson on different stretches, different core exercises. So there's a lot going on in there. I just thought it was important to put that in there because the Encores have really stepped up. It was a full team effort. Dugan, Charbel, Mr. Russell stepped in, helped out. PE staff jumped on board, no questions asked. I have a couple video examples. I know you won't be able to hear it, but just pretty cool because not only
I think you should still show Mr. Capel, even they can't hear it, but they're pretty cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to put this in. It really highlights our Art Fit Center too. So So in this course, they're making a homemade frizzy for the kids, and they go all the way through it. And just one more quick one here. This is called the active stretching video. So as you can see down here, this one's an 18-minute one. And what he did is he's going through active isolated stretches, what that means, how you can do it, no matter what grade level. So we're in the middle of building this on the library and within our SEL website. So it'll be just as accessible as all the parent communications that I was showing you earlier. So just a little update there, and hats off to Mr. Dugan here. So let me stop presenting. So Dr. Reed and the board, that was my presentation for tonight. On day one, we'll take it. It's been a 10-week roller coaster, but I'm really proud of what we've done and everybody involved. So thank you to everybody out there who's listening, parents, board, everybody.
Two things, just so I will share in my superintendent's report that I share on Fridays. I will share the PowerPoint with you. This way you can go through on your leisure and look at the videos. And the pictures, they're just outstanding to be able to do that. As you can see, that a lot of people are approaching their work differently, and actually we're expanding people's roles. And, you see Mr. Dugan working with phys ed teachers and developing videos and different things like that. But, like we said, it was a long summer, but a very busy one. And we believe a successful opening day. So I just want to thank, the team out there, my central office team and my building principals, the teachers, and everybody who helped, and parents and everything. And we're really excited about the school year, and we'll see, what the next first 9 weeks look like, and we'll see what the next 9 weeks will look like in that. So, and any questions or comments that you may have for any of us?
I was just going to say thank you. You all know I had my 4 today, and it actually was somewhat of a breeze for us. I was nervous this morning. I told Cassandra and Stephanie if they saw somebody protesting in front of Greenview, it was me. But I didn't have to do that, thanks to Capel and his team. Every time I had a problem or the teacher had a problem, they literally would be like, oh, let me email Mr. Morton, and he literally got right back to them. So I thought that spoke a lot. I actually saw him in a couple of teachers' videos, and that was at 3 different schools. So I know he was making his rounds and doing that pretty quickly. So for that, I just am very appreciative as a parent, and went through smoothly, even hearing from other parents how at first we were all nervous and we were like, these stupid codes aren't working. But once we figured out that, we are smarter than 5th graders, we got it figured out, and it was relatively easy. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you all taking the extra time and not rushing anything for us, because I was able to do what I needed to do as a mom today. So thank you very much.
Well, I thank you for your presentation too, Mr. Capel. I think it does something to be able to see some of the behind the scenes work. I mean, granted, my kid is a senior. I'm not going to lie. This is the most disconnected I've been to my kid's education in all the years of being a first-time parent. And I was a little nervous today. I really didn't know what to expect. So I want to say thank you for being able to show us some of that. I don't think any of us woke up today with a expectation of perfection. I think there are going to be some hiccups in it. And I got a couple calls from parents as well that were struggling. And like I try to tell them, let's just get through day one. If the kid is frustrated today, encourage them, try to keep it moving. And I think the one important piece is try to identify the problem. Some parents were kind of like, every time my kid hit a link, it disconnected, and I'm like, well, how many people do you have at home right now? What is your internet looking like? Just trying to provide them some encouragement versus this is just stupid. I mean, I don't know what this is going to do. So I do want to say thank you for showing that behind the scenes look. And I think that is really going to be nice to have that on the website for parents to see. It's a motivator that you might have a hiccup, and you might not even have a hiccup on day 1. But when you get down to day 14, day 21, you might have a hiccup. But for the most part, the process of it is there. We're going to try our best to do it, and we're going to keep going. The kids kind of were helping each other today too. I seen a lot of friends helping friends log in. The biggest thing around my house was, do we have to log in for study hall? And I'm like, no, you are not about to call any building to ask, do you have to log in for study hall? You know, and my kid was like, well, in real life, they would send us to the office for ditching study hall. So I'm just going to log in to see what the teacher says. So that was very encouraging to see some of the kids helping their friends. I think we're just going to keep moving forward. Those 92, 96% attendance rates are great to me. I don't think any family went to bed last night saying, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I don't think we have that option, and I don't think we gave them the tools to be able to make that decision as an option. So to see 96%, 92%, and then the honesty, Kate, we'll have to be honest. The honesty. It's hard to be honest and upfront when something fails. I mean, but for you to identify that something happened with new students and we didn't realize it, but we're realizing it now, that's honest. And all you can do is be honest. We take it, the good with the bad and the ugly. And day 2 for the new student will be better than day 1. And we just have to keep going in that process. And I will say to this entire team in this district, don't be afraid. I mean, we've told our families all this time, make your choice and own it. If we got a hiccup, we own it. I see Mr. Morton is out there working. They're answering questions. They're trying their best. Teachers were pretty funny. I tried not to supervise my kid every hour, but I'm like, screenshot me. What are you doing right now? I want to see your screen. And it just kind of made me laugh. One of his teachers had a mask on in the computer screen. I was like, why does your teacher have a mask on? He was like, Mom, I don't know. I think everybody has masks on. So it was good to see him updating me throughout the day. And then he had to check me too, because he said, Mom, don't call within these times. I'm in class. And I'm like, okay, you're right. Study hall, lunch. Okay, so I'm excited to see what comes out of day 1 into day 2. I will say, for any parents that are listening or come back to listen, if you had a tough day today, don't get discouraged. There's somebody out here in this district that can help you, whether it be another family, another parent, or even a call to the building. Don't think that you're out here isolated on this island alone. There's 2,000 little kiddos that just want to go back to school, and some of the classes were a struggle. Some kids were so happy to see their friends in class, it turned into a party. And I will say, to the teachers, just continue to think out of the box. I know we have this vision in our head of, if we were in a class, you would be quiet, you would be sitting still. If they need to eat, let them eat. If they need to talk, let them talk. If you need to reprimand them because they're talking too much, then just continue to work it out and continue to think outside of the box. So I thank everybody that put forth whatever percentage of effort they had today for making today a success. And we're going to go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and do it again.
Thank you very much. Anything else? Any questions or any other updates?
No, I'm just glad you're putting this online so I can see it, because I missed all the videos. Thanks.
Yeah, they are quite creative, and it looked like some of the teachers were having fun with it too. And I don't want to. They all were great. The ones that I saw, I know I didn't see them all, and it was kind of neat. I think Roland first grade actually showed their routine about how when they enter the building as adults, everybody gets their temperature taken. So they, Scott was taking their temperature and making sure that the mask was put on when you enter the building. And I think that was just kind of, not making light, but embracing what we have to do to come to work, which is so different than we ever been. And for them to do it in light of a video, and that way it made it enjoyable, with the art department. I like their sad faces that they miss their kids, but if you haven't seen the art department, they really are setting the expectations of their students, remotely, please don't come to school in your pajamas, just expectations on just turning in work and different things. And of course, the art department, as creatives, they always are too, is they just did it in a creative way. So it was, I mean, I really appreciate they're like, as you say, thinking outside the box or think differently. It's like they still have expectations. Teachers still have expectations, and they were really approaching it in a manner that the kids could embrace it. So it was good. It's good.
I just had one quick thing. As a parent who lost my email on the Schoology code once, I contacted the school and got my codes. My life was much better because then I felt better because I was able to log in. So I would definitely recommend parents, if you have not logged into Schoology with your own, code, contact the school or the board office and get those codes because, it made my life much, much better.
If we have parents out there that, we don't want you to feel frustrated. If you are having any type of issue, there's a number of different ways. Reach out to your principal. We have something on the website. How can I help? Go to we have Mrs. Bussey. And really, we are customer service. And if we don't get back to you in a timely manner, then I need to know about that because, we don't want people to have a time where they are feeling frustrated and things like that. So no question is stupid. We wanted to be able to, help you. I mean, with technology this morning, I made sure that I did a run through with my cabinet working these two screens because the last time we had the board meeting, I couldn't hear any of you. And so there's things like, so we want to help each other and troubleshoot. So just let us know. And we are about customer service and we will get back to you in a very timely manner. So I think other than that, we thought we would just focus. It's been a really long, not just summer, but day. And I know there's also, I believe, a soccer game this evening that starts around 7. So some people may want to go see that. But other than that, that is all that I have for this evening. We'd like to do another recap with regards to our extracurricular activities and things that we've done there. As I said earlier, this was the first 9 weeks, but however, as time moves on here, we're going to evaluate where the county is with regards to COVID-19. We're going to evaluate how these schedules are working remotely. We know our ultimate goal is that we want our students back in the classroom. So that's where, to President Jones' comment, we're going to take this one day at a time, but please know that we're constantly evaluating what we do in our schedule, and your feedback is always appreciated. So thank you.
All right.
All I have for this evening.
Well, thank you for that. We don't have a need for executive session, I don't believe.
I do not have a need, no, not this evening.
All right. Perfect. I think that's all for this agenda. Can we get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Bloomberg and Mrs. Ryan. All right, we are all set. It is now 6:37.
Okay.
All in
I
favor?
will not. Won't stop screaming yet.
Aye.
I just want to say one thing to the board before they hang up.
I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to say one thing to the board before we hang up. I don't feel like sending an email.
We're still live.
Do you want me to stop streaming? Are we okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop streaming right now. And